Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Homestead Heart. And I just took out all the rest of the onions, yes I did, from the garden. Now, remember I talked to you all about my onions and how I plant them. And as you could see, I'm going to show them to you. Look at that. See how they're not the largest onions in the world, but they are like a baseball size onion. I'm actually okay with onions this size now. First of all, you all, let me say this. You see this beautiful cart right here? See that? I got 2 of them like that. Mr. H has one and I have one. And we don't know who sent them to us, but you all, whoever sent them to us, thank you so much. We have been putting them to good garden use. Yes, we have. So thank you so much to the person that sent us these garden carts. We really appreciate them and we use them. Thank you so very much. Now you all, listen, these onions here, for the most part, I'm showing you how all of the yellow onions are pretty much, no matter which one I pick, they're all pretty much the same size. See? They're all pretty much the same. Now we got a couple of little ones like this. Like this one right here, right? So now we got a few like that, but the bulk of our yellow onions all come like this, right? And remember I told you, all I do, well actually before I show you that, let me see if I can bring y'all a little closer. I'm trying to get everything in the frame, but I'm gonna show y'all the white onions. Move the yellow onions over. These are the white onions right here. See them? Let me show them to you. You see that? Why are they shaped like this instead of round? Why are they more oblong, right, instead of round? I'll tell you why. Because as the bulb grows, we did not come back. Our soil was soft enough that I just assumed that the bulbs would move the soil out of the way and continue to grow on their own. Some of them did, and that's why we got the round bulbs right here, right? And some of them did not, and that's why you see them being more like so, because they literally were under the soil growing, and the only part that was sticking out was just this little top part right around here. But the rest of the entire bulb was still under the soil. But I let it do what it was going to do. I didn't bother to go back and move the soil out of the way on them. I just let them grow, right? Now that's the white onion. And they probably could have got a little bigger if I would have went ahead and moved the soil back. They probably would have been a little bigger. But like I said, I'm okay with these sizes right here. I didn't really care that I don't have ginormous onions. Now, the other side to that is my red onion. We have been growing red onions on this homestead since we've gotten here. And I have never gotten red onions to get to the size of the yellow or the white. Okay, now this one is one of the smaller ones, but I've never gotten the red onions to get like this. Look at these. Ugh. Look at these. I'm still dropping them, but look how little they are. Look at that. Just little red onions. Last year we grew the first year we came out here, I grew a long day onion. I wanted to grow it. I wanted the seed, and it was a ruby red long day onion. And so many said, I've never had good luck with growing a long day onion in the South, right? I'm like, okay. But they made it sound like it tastes so good that I had to try it. And I grew the ruby red long day onion. And believe it or not, they were that size. Yeah, they all grew around this size of an onion, right? The ruby red long days, they were this size. And I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't try to grow a long day onion in the South. And so now I grow a short day onion. The red Creole, right? I tried that one last year. I don't see my tag for the red onion, right? But the yellow is the, I don't even know. I can't call it right now. I have to post it somewhere. But the white is the Texas Early. Now, every red onion I have grown, I have not had tremendous success with getting a red onion to be like this, like my yellow onions, right? I have not been able to successfully get a red onion to get this size. And it's not a big deal in truth, because the red onions, we eat them raw anyway. We put them in salads and things like, primarily salads. Or if I do like a baked potato, I'll put the raw red onions on the baked potato. We just like the red onions raw, okay? But the yellow onions, I use those in cooking, and so do I with the white onions. It really doesn't matter. But the red onions, we primarily like them raw anyway, so it has never been a big deal. But now I'm wondering, like, why can't we grow a nice size red onion like we grow yellow and white onions, okay? So what I'm going to do differently, and I've said this before, what I'm going to do differently is I'm still going to dig my trenches like I always do. And I'm going to fertilize with blood and bone meal and azomite. I'm still going to do the same thing that I've always done. And then I'm going to plant my onions down in that trench, okay? But what I'm going to do afterwards is every week or so after that, I'm going to give them a nice, big, heavy dose of nitrogen. And it's going to be in liquid form instead of the feather meal that I would put in the trench. Or if you decide to use blood meal, feather meal is the same. It's nitrogen, right? Except one is just a feather meal, the other one is blood meal. So I'm still going to do that. But like I said, I'm going to come back every week and I'm going to hit them with a nice heavy dose of fish emulsion or 511. Miss Linda over at the New Orleans Gardener loves that stuff. No matter how bad it smells, it does the job, okay? So I'm going to come back and do a heavy dose of that every week until I start to notice the onion beginning to bulb. And once I notice it beginning to bulb, then I'm going to stop with the nitrogen and I'm going to let that be that, okay? And I'm going to see what that does. But that's all I ever do to my onions, you all, is just dig a trench, fertilize the trench heavily, plant my onion plant and water it in. I make sure that, for, the first few weeks that they are getting established, I do not let them dry out. I try to keep the soil moist, not wet, but moist. And that really does help them a lot to not get dry. And so I'm going to keep doing it that way. But like I said, I'm going to add that 511 and we'll see what happens. We really want to get decent onions, period. And if I notice a difference, I'll keep doing it that way. If not, I'll just stick to what I've been doing, right? So you all, that is going to do it. I just wanted to show you all how I planted my onions and the results of me planting them the way that I do, and how it has always worked for us, especially with the yellow and the white, not so much the red. So I don't know if you're in the South and you have, if you struggle with growing red onions in the South, I would love to know, like, is that something Southern, or do you have good luck with growing red onions in the South? I don't know, you all. So let me know what you think about that. All right. Well, y'all, that's going to do it. I just wanted to show you all. I told you I was going to show you all the onions. And yes, they have all dried out. They look pretty good. They look pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with them. Actually, you all, we've been coming out here getting onions anyway to cook with every day. So I still come out here and get them. But these onions look really, really, really good. I'm so proud of these. And this one onion, I can use the one onion in a meal, and it's not too big where I have to put the other part in the refrigerator. I can just use one whole onion, these gnats, and be done with it, right? So you all, now that I have taken them all out, I'm going to put them all in a bag and put them away, and we'll just be using those. And then the onions that we had last year, they lasted us a very long time. They really did. But we ended up running out, and I still did not plant enough. As much as you see here, you all, this is a basket full of onions, yellow, white, and red. And I'm telling you now, we eat a lot of onions in our food. If I make soup, I will easily put 2 onions in a soup. And they're chunky because we like our vegetables in our, like if I make a navy bean soup, we like our vegetables, our bell pepper and onions and carrots. We like chunky vegetables in our soup. We like to taste them and know that they're there. So you all, I can easily use 2 of these in a soup. And that's why we use so many onions. So no, I didn't plant enough again. I only did the 1, 2, 3, 4 raised beds. That's not enough onions for us. So, and then if I want to make some sweet onion jam, or if I want to do some caramelized onions like I did recently, some months ago, I did some caramelized onions. Delicious in the jar. Delicious, right? Thanks to Cheryl over at Cheryl's Organic Food Forest. I watched her do that recipe. And of course, I had to go ahead and do that. And I have not been disappointed in those caramelized onions, you all. We love them. So I don't have enough here to do caramelized onions. But if the onions start getting to a point where I feel like, okay, we got to go and use them up quickly, then that's what I'll do. I'll make more caramelized onions. They will not go to waste, okay? So you all, that's going to do it. I would love to know what you do to your onions to get them nice and big, right? And get a nice big bulb, especially those red onions. I don't know what's going on, but I would love to know what you do. If you get a good red onion in the South, please post it in the comment section below and tell me what you are doing. I'd love to hear. All right. Well, y'all, that's going to do it for this video. It's getting hotter and hotter out here, and I think I'm going to take it in. Yes, I do. Thank y'all for watching Homestead Heart. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and give our video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that we upload to our channel. Thank y'all so much for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you, and I'm going to see y'all in the next video.